There we go. Welcome back. My name is Timothy Judkins. I am here with
Chimera Garrett.
And this is the Realty Resource Report, where we give the latest and greatest on what's going on in the world. I'm going to mute my phone before you guys start that trifling thing again, where you start calling and texting when you see us. But welcome to the crazy Monday. You survived whatever was going on last night.
Sick. I did not have a voice at all last night. I still don't, but it's better than
When
it was.
I called you, I think it was because we were here plotting, scheming on open houses on Saturday.
Yep.
You were fine that day.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I called you yesterday to follow up about today's show, I'm like, who is this? I'm like, get Chimera back on the phone, please. Like, where are you guys? Do you need help?
It was so bad I could not talk.
But good. You still had work. You still knocked out what you needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not because you're sick. You had a interesting screaming evening.
Oh my gosh. It was Generations. They had, I forget what band, but. And
Looked like a great band.
They had PBR this weekend, too.
Nice.
As well. So yeah, it was fun.
Live events happening. If you want to know what's going on, you gotta reach out to her. She might know a few things in the area and stuff like that. I wish we organized our little articles. Let's see. Let's do that
how
real
was your
quick
weekend?
for you. It was great. It was awesome. Showing appointments and 2 new listings coming soon.
Okay.
Don't really want to talk too much. One of them, she is extremely excited to do that. Is this one? Oh, yeah, that's going.
Yep.
She's extremely excited. I want to find her a place to go before we put hers on the market because it's going to go viral. I already told you about that. That's going to go crazy the minute it goes out there. So, in the meantime,
Buyers were coming out of the woodworks. I had 4 showings total this weekend. 1 offer accepted yesterday, and then hopefully 2 new listing appointments this week. So it's booming.
and the thing is, that's what most of the show is about today.
Yeah, the spring market.
I think that's an economic one. What was our first one?
Our first one is spring housing, so it's New York Post.
Yep.
Okay.
Boom,
The
boom,
spring
boom.
housing market equals more inventory, more buyer opportunity. As we were saying, 2026 housing market begins. Inventory levels are rising across the country. Housing inventory is up to 5.6% year over year. Homes are averaging 57 days on the market, and buyers are facing less competition compared to previous years.
Mm-hmm.
After the tight years of inventory and intense competition, buyers are starting to finally see a shift. More homes are going to be definitely available.
Yeah, despite what's going on in the world, buyers are buying. They said that they see these opportunities. They haven't seen these opportunities in a while. We have way more inventory than we did before.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it's increasing. As time goes on, we're getting more and more inventory. Like I said, I just went to more listing appointments. You have listing appointments this week. Buyers are in the saddle. It is their world. They get to choose what they want to do, and they are not going to be swayed by what the news says. That's kind of the mantra of what's going on right now. And then to keep building off of that, dun, 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 hope gives way to selling as investors brace for long-term Middle East war. All right? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we've always been in the Middle East doing something my entire life growing up. So this is just keeping the trends going, it seems like. But while all this is going on, global supply is changing, interest rates are changing, inflation, oil prices are going through the air. We all know these things. But as these things get more fluctuating, weird in the air, it becomes a situation that people believe holding real estate is going to be one of the most tangible items you could do. Same thing with gold and silver, stocks. There's certain things that people believe that when the fluctuation starts, there's opportunities, right? Just because UPS, Amazon, these different stocks are dipping doesn't mean that these companies won't exist after the war type of situation. And same thing with homes. House prices, land, all these things go up in price as time goes on. So they're thinking that this is a great time to get deeper into real estate, come to find out.
Yeah, I feel like people are definitely calling about a lot more investment properties right now too.
Yeah. I think anybody who has anything is looking to figure out what they can get right now. Yeah.
Market watch is the next one.
Yep.
Okay. So stock market sliding toward.
Yep.
Major U.S. stock indexes are trending downward, with analysts warning that markets may be entering correction territory. Investors are uncertain about short-term recovery. Market confidence remains fragile. The stock market can influence consumer confidence and financial decision-making. And how having an agent can help you navigate through all of this. They provide insight, helping clients evaluate real estate, identifying opportunities, and offering data-driven guidance for you.
Definitely. And that's all super important because, like we just said, as the Middle East keeps doing what it's going to do, having an agent by you that lets you know what's going to be impacted, what's not going to be impacted, at least on the real estate side of things, will help you be more knowledgeable as we move forward in this era. I want to say this is probably what's rushing people to sell also.
Yeah.
If you know that there's more buyers out today than there was yesterday, why not shoot your shot also and be like, hey, let's see what we can get for our place.
Yeah.
And our fourth story is kind of building off this same exact thing where if you don't believe us, mortgage applications, people who are looking to buy, have been going up for the fourth week in a row. So no matter what's going on in the world, people are still getting applications done for buyers who are looking for homes. I mean, you just said you just went under contract over the weekend, right?
Yeah, yesterday.
So people are still making offers on places. This is a real thing. The market still moves. If it's not moving for your specific property, we'll get into the buyer and seller tip.
You have a good seller tip today, yeah?
Oh my God, don't get me started. Let's do the buyer tip. What we got?
Tip of the week. Okay, buyer tip of the week. Use market uncertainty to negotiate smarter, not hesitant. With more inventory hitting the market, homes are sitting longer, so buyers finally have that leverage again, even when rates fluctuate. So here's a little tip. When you find a home you like, don't assume you need to offer full price right away. You work with an agent to review how long the house has been on the market, analyze price reductions, submit a strategic offer, and ask for seller concessions, which if you don't know what seller concessions are, these are closing costs, repairs, or rate buy downs. Many sellers are adjusting to a slower market. This creates an opportunity for buyers to negotiate better prices, reduce out-of-pocket costs, and structure more favorable terms.
Do you feel like you make creative offers in your deals? When I mean that, like seller concessions or maybe a big down payment, like earnest money. Like
I would say so, yes.
You guys have been doing that
Yeah.
lately. There has been times where I feel like my buyers feel like they are smarter for doing that. And sometimes it doesn't really move the sellers as much as you think it would. And I just think we're going to get into that world as this springtime kicks off. We're going to have more and more creative ideas and different ways to get people into homes, new programs coming out and things like that. So I'm interested to see how this market plays out in the first place.
I think working with the right loan officer too really plays a big part as well. Just so you know all your options.
I did see something too that said something along the lines like the people who are the most active in the most uncertain markets are the ones who get the best deals. So if you do not have an agent and you feel like you're on Zillow, Realtor, just browsing, you're better off talking to somebody who is looking for you also, because we have secret listings that we call like exclusive or pocket listings that our sellers don't want us to publicly market for whatever reason. They have their reasons, but with that being said, you're not seeing every single thing that is for sale if you're not talking to somebody who's in this business.
Well, I feel like, and we're always talking about in our group chat, hey, I'm going to be listing this. So I feel like it's definitely really beneficial to work with an agent.
We got like $1 million listing that's like not in the, you know what I mean, in the sphere. So like you actually have to talk to agents to know where these houses are and what's existing. So great advice. I love that. My seller tip for the day.
You ready to go off?
No, hey, we gonna take it nice and easy on everybody today. All right. Price strategically in a market where buyers have options. We don't want to be in a situation where we're constantly negotiating with people or we're trying to get the best price for our house when there are more and more houses that are showing up to the market that are bigger, better, newer, and cheaper. And if that's the case, we need to find out where we strategically fall on that. A lot of sellers have a certain price point where they can't go below that. Rather, they still owe on the mortgage, things of that nature, repairs they have done. Completely understandable in those circumstances, but at the same time, when we're in a buyer's market, they are going to take their time. They are going to choose with their dollars, right? And so we just had a circumstance things recently where we had a seller who basically had a house. They are firm on their price. I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. My house is phenomenal. I should be getting this price. It's been on the market for a while. No showings, things of that nature. And then a new house is put on the market on the same street, literally 4 doors down, extra bathroom, extra bedroom, and $50K cheaper than you. And it has a lot more attention than your house.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what are we supposed to say? As agents, we are trying to follow your fiduciary duties. You know, we're trying to get you to where you're trying to go, help you, get you to what you want, the highest price, market you the way you want to market, rather you want to be private or you want to be publicly seen. But when these things happen, it's not on the agent. The agents are trying to do, the marketing. We're trying to get you seen. We're trying to tell you prices that would actually work. We're trying to do the open houses and things of this nature to get you seen. But at the same time, like I said, people are choosing with their dollars. And so when we're in a buyer's market, that's what the whole theme of this podcast is for today. We have to, cater to them, right? If they want to see multiple houses, if they want to have multiple options, if they want to negotiate multiple prices, this is their market. This is their year. It's 2026. We just had a blackout on the screen. We might have been lost, but
It's okay.
either way, we are at the end of the show, so we will wrap it up. You want to add something? Yeah. What else you got?
We have something going on this weekend.
Yes, open house. So we have an open house at 46871 East Almar in St. Clairsville, Ohio.
It's be 1 to 3 p.m. on Saturday.
Correct. I didn't know if we were moving it to the next Saturday, but if we have it locked in here, we'll see a Facebook event going up soon and things like that. I'll get a flyer and all that rolling.
And then do you want to give out the details, or we keeping it?
Yes, everything will be announced on the event. If anything, we should probably come back on here to do another live to explain that.
Perfect.
All right.
That's a good idea, yep.
All right, you guys, we'll see you next time, and thanks for stopping in.
We'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one.